Hey everyone. Most of the people today are probably doing the Spartan Beast in Vermont, or the Ultra Beast, or the Sprint in Vermont. I actually couldn't go this year. My buddy Sean, as you all know, he's there today doing the Beast. Good luck to him. I can't wait to see the footage that he gets. I'm over here today at Ware Hill in Andover, or North Andover. Yeah. Anyways, gonna bang out a 4 to 6 mile run today on the trails here at Ware Hill. Not gonna go overly fast, right? I'm not here looking to do like a 4 to 6 mile tempo run or anything like that. I'm just gonna go have some fun, hit the trails, get a workout in. One of the most important things to like starting to train for like the ultras and whatnot, considering I've been out for a little bit now of doing anything long distance. So an important thing is to like build up your distance, right? So you don't have to start out doing 13-mile runs or 10-mile runs or 8 mile runs, right? If you're gonna build up, I would say start like with a 5K. Maybe start at like a 5K pace, or 5K in length. Even 10K is fine. Again, you don't have to go out there, go 100% or even 80%, right? Figure out where you're comfortable at, and then build up from there. So like today, like I know I can do more, than 6 miles right now. I trained a lot this week and last week. My legs are still feeling it, so this is going to be more, like I said, a slow, maybe recovery run, just for fun, get some blood flow into my legs and whatnot. But yeah, for anyone who's thinking about training for one of the Spartan Ultras or Fit Challenge Ultra, figure out where you're comfortable at running. Even if it's only say you can do 2 miles at 100%, right? Start out doing like a 5K pace, 5K in length at a slow pace. And build up that 5K from there. Get it to where it's like a tempo run, and then build up from that, right? So you go from 5K, now say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do 10K, and then 15K, and kind of do the same thing. Start your 10K at a slow, controlled pace. Make sure your form is good, and then start gradually picking up, how quickly you can do it, right? You should be getting faster and faster and faster, but you also don't want to, one, overtrain, two, compromise form, and three, you always want to avoid injuries. So some people, they build up the mileage too quick, and then they end up with shin splints or stress fractures, or they strain something. I used to do that when I was younger. I go out and I do these really long runs. I wasn't even really used to doing anything long distance, so building up gradually is literally like key to being successful in these. And plus, don't think you have to go out there and do a 16-mile run and even get up to that pace, right? Because when we're talking about OCR ultras, we're not talking about like this isn't the Boston Marathon. We're not going to be going out there and just running on a road for 26.2 miles. We're going to be doing 30 plus miles, with obstacles, and there's going to be places you can't run. And, you're going to be doing, you're going to be hiking, you're going to be running, you're going to be jogging, you'll be crawling through barbed wire. So, don't think this is training is all going to be about running, because it's not. So, if you're going to go out there and you don't really have a good pace, and a good length built up in your runs, don't worry about it. You'll get to a good distance, where you'll be able to be successful and complete an ultra, in a short amount of time too. So stick with our training, and yeah, I'll post some footage of this run that I'm going to be doing very, very shortly. I'm going to get going now. All right, here's the trail legend. So it looks like I'm going to do probably 2 laps of the yellow loop, and then probably 2 laps of the blue trail. That's what it's looking like today. And do that nice and slow. Maybe pick it up a little bit at the end. We'll see. Hey, okay, so I got my first run in, 2.3 miles on the yellow trail. What I'm gonna do now is basically turn the camera on and I'm gonna run the 2.3 miles again, record it so you guys can see. I'll throw in kind of what I'm thinking when I'm doing the run, maybe some techniques that I'm using. Went out a little bit faster than I expected because I was feeling really good at the beginning of the run. Didn't really even need to slow down, kept a steady pace. So here we go. Now I'm going to record the next 2.3 loop, and then I'm going to start hitting the 0.8 hill trail. So, all right, here we go. All right, by the way, this is gonna be like a POV style run, so I'm not gonna go super duper fast, not gonna go extremely slow either. This is also my first time running, actually holding one of these selfie sticks with a phone. I guess normally I would just use the GoPro, but Sean has the GoPro right now and he's doing the Beast. So, all right, let's see what we can come up with. This is actually semi-technical trail, by the way, as you can see. A lot of roots in the ground, rocks. You know, it's not flat. Some areas are flatter than this, but this isn't entirely flat. There are uphills, and then at the end, there's a pretty nice downhill. And downhill is what I really need to work on. So another tip, you know, as you get into these runs and hikes, figure out where your weakness is. Is it running flats? Is it hiking uphill? Is it running downhill? Maybe you have a couple of them you need to work on. It's actually pretty chilly today. I hate the cold. So right here is pretty technical. I'm really looking ahead and picking my route before I run it. Another little trip. Let's hope not. Another little tip. Especially for technical terrain. You know, always be looking 15, 20 degrees ahead of you. If you're looking straight down, it's hard to breathe. If you're running with a camera, trying to talk, it's hard to breathe. Alright, just stopping for a sec because I'm going to slow it down. There's a nice view of the lake over here. Again, still technical trails. Okay. Sun's coming out ever so slightly. One thing you don't want to do during an ultra, especially if you're like me and you have prescription sunglasses at your race in, is to get a regular pair of glasses. Because if you're out doing an ultra and it's nighttime, or even if you're doing a Beast and you're out in the woods running and all you have is sunglasses, it's gonna make for a bad time. That's for sure. Been there, done that a few times. There's that lake. All right, let's keep going. So if you can start building up your distance and your pace, obviously that's smart. One thing I'm going to say is Worry about your distance more so than your pace. There's going to be some videos that we're going to be putting out explaining why, but trust me, worry about how far you can go and not how fast you can go a far distance. Puddle. Always watch the ground. You do not want to break your ankle or get a bad sprain stepping in a pothole. Oh, look, another bridge over here. I am on another bridge, and my camera was falling off. Okay. Excuse me. How you doing? Another thing, when you go out alone and you're running, you're hiking, always pay attention that you're on the right path. So I'm supposed to be in the yellow dot. I'm following the yellow dots. Don't get lost. That's what I'm saying. This beats running on a treadmill any day of the week, or the treadmill, whatever you want to call it. So this is flat terrain, but there is a little incline, and then we're going to get to a bigger incline. I'm assuming at this time, Sean's probably hitting the water, doing the Tarzan. How you doing, guys? Always say hi to people on the trails. Be nice, be respectful, and don't litter. That should be the number one rule of training for an Ultra Beast. Don't fucking litter. Don't drop your shit on the trails and leave it there. Downhill. We're coming into a short incline, short fast incline right here. I shorten my pace to get through it. I don't overextend my stride. You can if you want. I don't run like that. Control your pace, control your race. Keep your pace under control. Be able to recover. You'll be good. We're coming to another incline. So right about here, it starts to creep up. Shorten my stride. Don't need to slow it down. I just need to shorten my stride. So that's all I'm doing. See, there's a bend here and another uphill. I'm gonna keep the same pace. Short steps. Back straight. Able to breathe. And we're through it. It's not as bad. Still painful. Again, uphill, even a little bit. My stride's getting shorter. Sometimes you might have to change your foot striking as well. So now, mainly almost on my forefoot. When it levels out, probably go back to MidFoot Strike. Try to avoid heel striking. There are times where you can't avoid it. Hill. Doing this twice. So if you're gonna do this, you don't want to shorten the stride, you can literally hike, right? So I can come here, I can put my knees on put my knees forward and hike this, putting my hands on my knees or my thighs. So hold on, let me see if I can flip the camera. Okay, so I'm here, I'm hiking it, boom, boom, boom. Trying to keep my back straight, going up the hill, hand striking the thigh, pushing off. So I'm saving energy, right? There's the uphill, it's not that bad. I can just run it, right? Shorten my stride, I can run. There we go. Here comes probably the biggest uphill on this trail. Really shorten my stride, back straight, and going up. Oh look, you can rest there. You can stop and rest. If you see something like that, doing an ultra, forget about it. Do not stop moving, okay? We'll get into, how to take a break at your transition area, but it'll be an active break, and you're gonna wanna get in and out. So we're gonna be doing an in-depth video on that. But whatever you do, whether it's eating, puking, spitting, anything, sneezing, don't stop moving. Even if I have to come down and start walking, I'll walk fast, right? If I have to take my run down to a slow jog, I can do that, right? Just don't stop moving. You got 30 plus miles. So quicker you get it done, quicker you get your medal or your buckle, whatever they're handing out nowadays. And here comes my weakness, downhills. So Sean is extremely good at running downhill. It's something I need to work on. So here goes. Trying to keep my hips back and level. My foot strike, I'm trying to keep it as soft as possible. Right? I don't want to tense up. Tensing up leads to injuries. There's a weasel. Excuse me. How you doing? Okay. So I'm really loose right now. Trying my best to stay loose. This for me is probably more mental than anything. I have good form, cardio. I'm just deathly scared of getting hurt. And I made it through. Here's the end of the trail. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to the blue trail, the 0.8 mile trail. All right, so that was fun. Like I just said, I'm gonna go to the 0.8 mile trail, the blue trail, a little bit more elevation, I believe. So here it goes. Okay, so here we are, Bear Hill Trail. There's that blue dot right there. All right, let's get this done.
This loop, I believe it's a little more technical, and I think it's almost all uphill. So let's see. Haven't done this one in quite a while. And then I'm gonna do another loop, maybe 3 loops of this. We'll see. Depends how I'm feeling. Again, you don't want to overdo it. Don't need to right now. At least for me. My ultra is in April, so. We'll be building up mileage, weekly mileage. All right. Happy face. A little downhill. Some rocks. Once again, 15 to 20 degrees. That's what you should be looking in front of you. Quickly planning your steps ahead of time. All right, here's an incline right here. So basically, we get to the top, then go right, and we're back to the parking lot where I parked. So either pick it up or I'm gonna get bitten alive. Which leads me to another tip. Bug spray. Wear bug spray. Friggin' mosquitoes. Oh, down here. My camera just shut off. I was running downhill. What are you gonna do? Now we're going back up. Technical downhill. Nice and quiet. Just be aware when you're hiking alone or running alone, especially in trails. Be safe, you know, be aware of your surroundings. Make sure someone knows where you're going. And also, don't get hurt, right? Don't be a hero. Looks like we're coming to the end of the Blue Dot Ware Hill Trail. So, bang right, get on the yellow, go back to the truck. I'll do that. So I think altogether the Ware Hill Trail plus what's remaining of the yellow trail, I think it's like 1.2 miles, something like that. I'll have to get back to everyone on that. All right, well, that went well. Got in like, I don't know, over 6 miles. I think it was actually closer to 7 because I underestimated the distance from the blue trail to intersecting with the yellow trail and getting back on path to the parking lot. So yeah, I think it was like 7.2 or something I did today, which is really good. So it's not bad. I wasn't even out here that long, you know, and I wasn't pushing too hard either. So you know, like I said in the beginning of this video, right? You know, distance is going to be more important than, you know, how fast you can do the distance. So, you know, don't try to, you know, don't try to train, you know, up to 34 miles solid, you know, at an 8-minute per mile pace, you know, if you still, you know, are like just starting out doing this, because you're probably going to get hurt, or you're going to get some, you know, chronic injury or whatever. You know, make sure you can go the distance, and you know when to pick your pace up, when to slow yourself down, you know, when to transition from running to hiking. You know, do you want to pick it up on the downhills? Do you want to go slower on the downhills, faster on the uphills? Maybe you just want to run when there's you know, flat terrain, right? And you want to hike the uphills and then kind of do like a small jog on the downhills. One thing we're going to be talking about too on like steep downhills is running switchbacks when going down, like, you know, like a steep like Black Diamond, right? Which is something you might encounter depending on what Ultra Beast you decide to do. So you know, thanks for checking out this video, and remember to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. All right, OCR nerds, over and out.